Tired of dealing with annoying flies, fruit flies, and gnats in your home? The Zevo Flying Insect Trap is your ultimate solution. Don't wait. Check out the link in the video description now to get your Zevo Flying Insect Trap on Amazon and enjoy a bug-free home today.
A bodybuilder who brutally murdered his partner in front of her young daughter has appealed to have his sentence reduced, sparking outrage from her friends and loved ones. Sven Lindemann was recently jailed for 31 years. With a non-parole period of 25 over the frenzied six-knife stabbing of his partner Monique Lezsak, 39, after she attempted to end their relationship. Lindemann brutally stabbed his ex-partner 17 times on her head, neck and chest in their Endeavour Hills home in Melbourne southeast in May last year. He later pleaded guilty to his partner's murder, as well as recklessly injuring her 10-year-old daughter, who was found covered in her mother's blood after intervening in the horrific attack. 2 months after he was sentenced, Lindemann's appeal has been formally lodged with the Supreme Court and is expected to be heard next year. It means that the horrific case will be heard by a full panel of judges at the Court of Appeal. Ms. Lezsak's best friend Jacqueline Schwartz admitted to 9 News that she laughed when she first heard the news because she thought it was joke. She also recalled the devastating impact it has had on the lives who knew and loved Ms. Lezsak. Without sounding too dramatic, "It's ruined our lives, things have changed overnight," Ms. Schwartz said. "I cannot even understand how a human being can be wired like this." Ms. Schwartz had this scathing message for Lindemann, who has already spent a year behind bars. "We know that you're not remorseful, we know that you have no regrets, and that's fine, we'll see how it plays out for you," she said. Because he is narcissistic, it wouldn't surprise me that his appeal, are just actions to keep him in the spotlight. While Lindemann avoided the maximum penalty of a life sentence, Justice Elizabeth Hollingworth said Lindemann had committed a brutal, frenzied attack, adding that domestic homicide was not a less serious category of murder because of the pre-existing relationship. She said it was sheer luck that her daughter was not seriously injured, adding that Lindemann failed in his duty as a stepfather to protect the little girl and her twin brother from harm by subjecting them to a terrifying ordeal. Justice Hollingworth said Lindemann had committed a irrational act, which was motivated by jealousy, and an unwillingness to allow your partner to move on with her life. She noted his hypocrisy and sense of entitlement, that caused him to become enraged by the thought Ms. Lezsak might choose to leave you and start a relationship with someone she'd recently met. This is despite the fact that he had previously cheated on his ex-wife. However, Justice Hollingworth accepted there was no evidence his attack was premeditated, and she accepted it was a relatively spontaneous act. Justice Hollingworth also acknowledged bravery of Ms. Lezsak's young daughter and commended her attempts to save her mum. Hopefully as she grows up, she will come to understand that there was nothing more she could have done to save her mother, who would have been so very proud of his courage and determination, she said. Prior to adjourning the case for sentencing, Justice Hollingworth said Lindemann had committed that terrible act after a day of seething. He was so angry he dragged her through the house. He grabbed 6 different knives and was able to break 2 of them in the process, she said. He was not deterred by a 10-year-old girl trying to stop him. He was out of control, ferocious and determined to kill her. Justice Hollingworth also admonished the bodybuilder for wailing in court, demanding he stop the crocodile tears. "It's not remotely persuasive. It's a bit late for him to pretend he's remorseful," she said. "The evidence is completely to the contrary. He still maintains she ruined his life. He doesn't accept that he killed her and ruined his own life." Taking into account time already served, Lindemann will be eligible for parole in 2048.